Every once. Let me see. Let me show y'all what I got going on. So I got some things I need to do. That pot right there, that ain't nothing but weeds. I took everything out of there that was growing, so that's weeds. Um, Y'all hear 2 Piece. He way down the street. He all the way up on the corner, crowing. Oh Lord, the neighborhood alarm clock. All those walking onions. Let me show y'all. Can you say root bound? So all of those walking onions will get moved. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the opportunity to redo these. You see how far down the soil is? But it's beautiful soil. But I'm gonna add to it, raise it up. All the walking onions and wild garlic that's in there, I'm just gonna replant them back in there. But I'm gonna add that stuff because I got some spots where there is nothing, like right there, right there. I got several spots where there's nothing. And those walking onions can grow close together. Um, they don't have a problem growing close together. Uh, they don't need to be in that root bound like that. And those seed starting trays, I could use that to start seeds with. So I could kill two birds with one stone. So over here, I don't know if I talked about it. I split this bed like I told y'all I was going to do. You notice there's nothing in these holes. I had started some leek seeds, and anybody that knows anything about leeks knows that in order for you to get the white part to be long, you almost have to hill them. Very similar to potatoes, or you can plant them in a really deep hole. Well, I'm not going to plant mine in a deep hole. I'm just going to hill them. But I'm going to plant one leek per hole. So all these are empty. All those are empty. We'll see how many of my leek seeds come up. They're just now starting to germinate, so we'll see how that looks. I might entertain getting some more leeks because I really would like that to work out because that would be a lot of production as far as leeks. I could have all that as leeks, and then all these other little holes will shove stuff in. I might put walking onions in some of them, but we're gonna shove some stuff in all those holes. So we're gonna make sure that we are using our cinder blocks to the best of our ability. And anybody that wonders why I like growing in the cinder blocks, that's why. You can grow completely in the middle, but then you also get extra little stuff because you could grow like one garlic bulb in there, one leek, one bulbing onion. There's just somewhere that you don't have to put that. And if you did leeks, onions, anything in the allium family, that would help deter. It's not gonna be 100%, but it would help deter pests from getting what's in the middle. So that's why I love the cinder blocks. That and they're cheap. They're $1.40 or like $1.40, $1.50 a piece. So you really can't beat the price. You could get a few here, get a few there if you're short on cash. And if you only got a car, you could get 5 or 6 at a time. Throw them in your trunk, put them on the back seat, something like that. But mustard's still looking good. All this little stuff I planted has germinated. So y'all see all that little stuff? Those aren't weeds. It's actually food. This is a kalelet. That's a kalelet. Those are all my strawberries. 4 of them are mine. The rest of them Starduster 2 sent me. And they're all of them took. They're all looking good. Now don't be surprised about, they look kind of small. These are all the new leaves. Like they had a bunch of nice leaves like this on them. But when you transplant them, you're going to lose some of those. But they're all putting on really good because this is one plant. And look at all those new leaves. This is one plant. And it had a few flowers on them actually. And one of them is flowering over there. It's not going to make a berry, I can tell. But that's just a good sign that they like where they are. I can't remember what I planted right there. Some brassica. This over here pretty much is going to be brassica land. Y'all know me. I probably shouldn't have done that. Plant all my brassicas in one spot because when them freaking moths and stuff show up, they'll know where everything is. But I'm going to do my best this year to try to be on top of between neem oil, BT, and And I'm gonna do a whole lot more what I used to do, which is making a garlic and hot pepper spray. So I'm gonna try to be more on top of that. Y'all see my lavender's looking good, thyme's looking good. That's the garlic. I'm gonna pull that in the spring. That garlic's been down there a year, so it should look like something when I pull it up. We'll see. All of my tree collards are looking just fine. They're perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong with them. So elephant garlic has come up in all the places where I've planted it. This bed is a little deceiving because there are weeds in here, but then there's also food in here. So these here, those are brassicas, but this over here with all this abundance of foolishness is weeds. Weeds. Okay, let's see. Okay, good. I mean, there's still weeds in here, but when this stuff gets bigger, like the actual food stuff gets bigger, sometimes it's easier to get the weeds out. But sometimes you don't want to pull too many weeds around the stuff that you want, because the weeds will take the stuff that you want with it. Or sometimes you think you're grabbing just weed and you're also grabbing what you want to keep. But anyway, I have to be kind of delicate here. But anyway, a lot of that's weed. But a lot of that won't regrow. Felix, come on now. Felix has decided to show up. And the killing part is he galloped over here. Yeah. All right, but yeah, a lot of those weeds, they'll die. They'll break down on top. Elephant garlic came up over here. I planted something else recently. That hasn't come up. This stuff came up. I planted something over there recently. A Chinese cabbage and yodfa or something. Hopefully it comes up. We're supposed to get rain the next 2 days, so hopefully that'll make it come up. Wait for it. He gonna be silly today. You was just up on the corner. Why you walk back down here? He about bad as the cat. Anyway. I got some Swiss chard. Remember them free Swiss chard seeds I threw down? It's trying to look like something. It's trying to do a little something. This is weed. Okay. But yeah, a little Swiss chard that came up. Trying to do a little something. This celery is so fragrant. I mean, you just brush over it. I'm telling you, that ain't got nothing on garlic. I mean, on grocery store celery. So y'all see my peas. So anybody who tell you, can y'all tell me why they got the flap before they crawl? Like, it's like you got to alert me that you crawling. I don't need all this elaborate show. 2-piece. Be quiet. Make a sandwich out of you. Anyway, yeah, but anybody will tell you don't intensively plant your peas. Show them this video. Yeah, Felix. I like how you walked on the edge of there like that. It was real respectful. But I wanted to show y'all this. This is something I've never noticed in peas before. You see this? So you see the tip of that. Let me show you how a normal one looks before I show you that. Show you a normal one. It's hard to find one. That's how it normally looks, right? Just one flower at the end of the stem. But check this out. 2 at the end of that one. 2 at the end of that one. Now this one actually has 1. That's normally what I see. 2 at the end of that one. That's 1. But I mean, there's 2 at the end of that one. It's like they come in twins. Like all over the plant, they're in twins. And I'm like, I've never seen that before. There's 2 at the end of that one. And it's over 50% of them that's like that. So I guess this particular one has a genetic variance. And these were the same seeds. I just planted them right next to each other. See, 2 at the end of that one, 2 at the end of that one, 2 at the end of that one, 2 at the end of that one. Here's one that's just 1. 2 at the end of that one, 2 at the end of that one, 2 down there. So you can just see it's just like 2s all over. Here's one that's just 1. But y'all can see they're flowering pretty good now. I may cut all that raggedy tomato looking stuff out the way, but the peas have been grabbing onto it and climbing it. So what I may do is let these peas do what they're gonna do, and when the peas die and I rip it all out, I'll rip all the tomato out too, because y'all remember this was tomato down in here. And if you look, this is what I was saying about, you can give your stuff to climb and you don't have to pay for stuff. Look at this fool. Get out of my bed. Get out. You're crushing stuff. Get out. You're sitting on plants. My God, look at all. And they're warm now. Stop warming them with your butt. Anyway, so yeah, if you've never planted peas like this, I suggest you give it a go. Another thing, we're supposed to get down below freezing again soon. And I'm telling you, when you plant like this will absolutely help your plants. This time we get down below freezing, I'm going to have to come out here and cover this stuff. So this is getting covered. Some stuff ain't going to get covered. These are getting covered because I don't want these to die. And I hate it because it's got all these blooms on them. The blooms are the most tender part. It won't kill the plant, but it'll probably kill those blooms, and I'm going to lose most of those peas. So if you look at all that white, those were all going to be peas. And I wanted to show y'all. This makes a long... Now, I don't know if these are supposed to fill out or what. Let me taste it and see what this tastes like.